If you do not make your own schedule, whoever pays you is going to be choosing it for you. I used to clock in from my part-time job and then schedule shoots around when I was working before I became a full-time photographer. But then once I was able to take it full-time and I was shooting for myself and my own business full-time, I had the same problem that I was bouncing around everywhere and I always had to be somewhere at a certain time. So then when I wanted to build my personal brand, I was pulled away from the work that was actually paying me. I struggled to build any sort of routine when I had all of these different clients that I had to be shooting for. But now I live a calm, creative life with lots of flow. I transitioned my business to fully online and now I do this full time. I've monetized my personal brand with my previous skill set and now I can kind of just do whatever I want. But the hardest part is knowing what you should be working on when you're building your personal brand. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 4 essential habits that I do every single day to avoid any confusion, overwork, or just creative burnout. These habits are the highest leverage task you can do as a business owner, creator, creative, freelancer, professional, whatever you are, that you can do every single day. As long as you check these off your schedule, you know you're making progress in your business, you're building something of meaning, and you can avoid burnout because you know you've done enough in the day. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Ethan. I've been posting on Instagram for a long time. I was a professional fashion photographer, advertising photographer before that, and I transitioned my business online with a lot of trial and error in between. So now I make content to help freelancers, creatives, and other professionals build their personal brands and get online and avoid some of the mistakes I made when I was going through this transition. If you want to learn more about what I do, you can join my free school community. The link is going to be in the description. This has free courses, templates, and everything else you need to start your personal brand and start to monetize. Cool? Cool. Okay, let's get into it. We're in a new creative era, and this is now a permissionless game. You can post whatever you want, you can message whoever you want, and you can build whatever you want. That's like ultimate creativity. And it's fucking dope, and nobody really understands how freeing it is that you can literally just post whatever content you want. And if it's in a good framework that people enjoy it, you're going to continue to grow your business because digital leverage is the name of the game. So we need to start thinking of more creative ways to build our business and how we're getting attention online. Because eventually the door is going to close because as more and more business owners and creators get online, start utilizing AI, there's going to be a gap because the one person becomes ultra productive and the people that haven't started or have trouble starting are going to get left behind. Established creators are going to be able to produce 100 times more with AI, and it's just going to create a huge gap. And I don't mean like create AI content. I mean just use AI as a tool to create creative content. There's a bit of a difference there, but it's essentially treating AI like an employee or like someone to help you rather than just creating shit for you and no one's going to like your AI garbage anyways. So it's important to be creative. You just use it as a tool and be aware of what kind of tools are around you as we dive deeper into this online age. And what we're covering in this video is the simplest way to stay ahead of the curve with 4 digital daily essentials. It's a few habits that you can implement that you can do every single day to ensure that you are staying ahead of the curve and optimizing your business to keep up with the times. And if you really are consistent, it's going to be the simplest way to escape the creative client work hamster wheel, which is essentially in-person, done-for-you client work. And before I implemented these habits, I was lost in the chaos of everything. I was trying to build my personal brand, trying to make clients, trying to earn enough money. I had a creative studio in Toronto, so I was like also doing that. And there was just way too many things I was juggling. And I didn't really know what the most optimum tasks I could be doing to actually grow my audience and make money because I blew up my audience before and I had 100,000 followers, but I wasn't actually making any money from my content. And I just was genuinely really confused. And honestly, if I had some of these guidelines, just a few daily habits, everything else would have fallen into place so much more smoothly. And once I started doing these every day, it clicked. It was just so much easier to juggle everything and then continue to grow my personal brand as I was still working and servicing clients and all of that, because we all live busy lives. Posting content every day isn't as easy when you're actually doing it. So let's get into it. Habit 1 is going to be journaling and mindfulness. And before you click off of this video, hear me out. Every morning when I wake up, this is arguably the most important thing you can do as a creator. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to realign your goals so you know what you're working towards. It's going to also give you a second to breathe so you're not immediately in this rat race of fucking around with everything you need to do. Like, I can't remember how many times I would wake up and then immediately start answering emails and messages just to get bombarded with tasks and different clients and also posting my own content. It was a complete nightmare. So just taking 20 minutes in the morning to journal and have a little bit of a mindful practice is going to help you eliminate all of that noise in your life. So what I do every morning is I start off with a mindfulness practice. I go for a walk, I meditate, I journal, I do some yoga. Whatever it is, I just don't go on my phone and I just slow down for the first 20 minutes of my day. I just slowly get into it. And you think it's a waste of time until you start doing it. And a little habit that I do and I teach my clients is I actually write down my goals every single morning in my journal. You'd be surprised because you think you have your goals in your head, but you forget them almost every day. And if you're not taking actions every single day towards those goals, you're not working towards them. You are going in a different direction. So it's almost essential that you remind yourself of what you're trying to build every single day. That way, it's like in your face every single day that you should be taking some sort of progress or task or something to get you towards that. So I write down my goals in 4 different domains of my life: social and fun, relationships, health, and then wealth and business. And the wealth and business is a monthly goal that I set to what I want to be accomplishing this month, either a revenue goal or some sort of input goal to achieve more revenue. Because if you're not calibrated and you know right at the tip of your tongue what your goals are, you're probably working in the wrong direction. Also, when you start to be a little bit more mindful and manifest a little bit more, say some affirmations, not to make it too woo-woo, you're also going to be way more confident. Showing up on camera is not something that comes very natural to me. And it's something that's really helped me, even when I don't feel all that confident, to continue to show up because I'm reminding myself of who I am and what the bigger picture I'm trying to build. The same thing goes for sales, marketing, getting in front of the camera, writing emails, messaging people. No matter what it is, having a strong layer of confidence day to day is just going to help you so much. Okay, so now let's get into the content and social media side of things, which is probably why you're watching this video in the first place. But before we do that, I'd like to thank Artlist for sponsoring this video. Artlist gives this channel all the high quality assets that I would ever need to make good videos for you guys. Artlist is an all-in-one platform with basically any creative assets you may need. Stuff like music, sound effects, templates, graphics, animations, AI voiceovers, and now even AI video and photo generation. One of the best things about working with Artlist is they're always keeping up to date with the cutting edge tech and features, and they implement stuff into their platform almost every month. And this makes sure that they're giving the absolute best for their creators they work with. And speaking of new features, this month they just rolled out 4K upscaling for the AI images and videos you're generating. So that way you can get the highest quality images and keep it super sharp. Then they also added voice-to-voice AI voiceovers. What that means is you can shape your voice however you would like. So now the AI voiceovers can mirror your tone, your pacing, your deliverability, pronunciation when you're recording stuff. So now there's no more text to speech. You can get it exactly how you want it for your AI voiceover. And this gives you so much more control for creative storytelling. So super cool stuff from Artlist. Thank you so much for giving us the tools to allow us to create content at our highest potential. And now moving on to habit 2. This is how you connect with people on social media. This is a daily habit. Before my first deep work block of the day, I spend 30 minutes networking on social media. I connect with my followers, I connect with new people, other creators, basically just do message admin in my DMs so I get that out of the way, and I also create more opportunities for myself. Remember, this is a permissionless game. You can message anyone you want. And if you have a good social media profile, they're going to reply to you. It's important to remember to be social on social media. And as someone who avoids social interaction sometimes, I find it's really important for me to just schedule it into my day 30 minutes in the morning and then 30 minutes in the evening. This keeps me up to date with all my messages and allows me and forces me to create new opportunities for myself. And because I set a timer on my phone, as you should too, this keeps me ultra productive because I only get 30 minutes to get everything out and then I'm good. And I start my deep work block, which we will talk about in the next habit. And to be honest, the amount of money you make on social media is really your actual connections and who knows about you on a more personal and deeper level. This can either be clients, people that are buying your stuff and digital products, or it can be other creators that you take inspo from and learn from, which will then result in more education for yourself. And then you'll also be earning more money as well. Plus, this is an absolute cheat code to grow your audience. You want to be connecting with people and really dialing in a more meaningful, deeper connection with your audience. And do not do cold outreach. There's no point of that. That's silly. Cold outreach absolutely sucks. We are building digital leverage with our personal brand and Instagram account. So we're not sliding into people's inboxes and just directly asking people to pay for us. We're getting to know them. We're building relationships. Other people that have followed us, engaged with our content. It's like just a normal human interaction that you're advocating. And if that ever turns into work or more business one day, amazing. To be honest, they're probably going to be looking at your content if you're doing it correctly, and they might even offer to pay you. So there's no need to be salesy. All you're doing is just making new friends online. And I do this 30 minutes a day in the morning and at night. And again, you're not being salesy, you're not cold DMing, you're building your network, you're earning more money, and you're building your audience. That's it. All right, habit number 3, this is where it gets good. We're going to be doing 100 minutes of content creation every single day. And what I mean by this is either writing, filming, or editing. You only need to do 100 minutes of trying to produce something every day. Again, you can set a timer on your phone so you know you're doing enough as a creator. Content creation is the most important thing, and that is really the main staple of your personal brand and of your business. That's how people are going to know what you do, who you are, and who you help. So 100 minutes a day is really that main benchmark. That's like the meat of your business. And once you do that, along with some messaging, and you're probably going to be confident because you're journaling and doing some mindfulness, you're going to absolutely demolish. And most people end up quitting. If you can post 90 videos for every day for 3 months, let's say, you will be ahead of 99% of people. Everyone says that this game has so much competition, but then I look at the people that have been doing it as long as me, and most people have quit. If you can get through like 3 to 6 months of content creation, you have no competition. Like 90% of people can't even show up for their first video. So I don't like this whole like content creation is so competitive. Like people just realistically haven't started or actually haven't put in the effort as much as they should. Going on a little tangent there, but that's some food for thought. So when you're creating content, it's pretty easy to overthink it. I used to run a private community with 50 members with the sole purpose of going viral and teaching people how to create content. And a lot of people do overthink it. It can be a quite tedious task if you're not used to it. So I'm going to break it down super easy on what you should be doing in these 100 minutes. And also, if you wanted access to my free school community, the link is going to be in the description. That's going to give you a whole bunch of resources on how to actually create content, including my hooks template, script writing, how to think of your niche and personal brand and everything else you can really think of. That's going to be a link in the description in the school community. What you're going to want to do with your 100 minutes of content is simply find inspo and save other videos that you think you would be good at making or that you would like to remix. Then you can do a little bit of planning, script your videos a little bit. Don't spend too much time on it, but just script a few videos, script like a little bit of a hook and then maybe some dot shots, and that's all you need. And then you go ahead and record. And if your camera's on a tripod, or even if you're just hand holding it with your phone, you can just edit the video and cut out all the little parts. So if you have a script, you can just cut out your parts and then you have a talking head video or talking video to your audience. And in short, the only way to blow up on social media is by being hot, being funny, or giving value to people. And for most of us, we want to be giving value to people because that's a more meaningful way of getting attention online. So simply make content about what you know a lot about. If you are a freelancer or a professional, make content about that. And that's going to seamlessly tie into your personal brand, and it'll allow you to digitalize your own business. More on that at the end of the video. Also, I still batch my content in different blocks. So when you get good at content creation, some days I actually just do a whole inspirational block. And then the next day I'll do a whole writing block. And then the next day I'll film all the content. And then the next day I'll edit all of my content within those 100-minute blocks. I typically don't batch more than like 7 videos at a time because I like to have fresh ideas and I like to keep my writing fresh as well. So you're not going to be too stoked about your videos if you waited like a month or two to record it. It's typically just a bad idea. Just do it 1 week at a time and just incorporate it into your daily habits. And now for the last habit, which is pretty broad for the context of this YouTube video, but that is simply learning. Study your niche, sharpen your product, learn how you can improve what you're already good at. You can be a little bit more creative with what you're currently doing and how you're currently earning money. In the later half of the day, after I'm done like helping out my clients or developing digital products, I start to then either teach myself and learn, or both as well. And this is how you're actually going to earn more money or learn how to make more money. I would start by reading books that are recommended to you by other creators or other people you look up to. And then you can add in courses, videos, or guides. These can be paid products or free products. The free products are going to have a few more holes in them than like a paid product, because a paid product is organized and people have put a lot of time and energy into creating paid products. So up to you. Also, books are technically paid digital products as well. It's like paid knowledge. It's just in a more condensed and organized way, whatever floats your boat. And then you can also just study and make frameworks and talk to ChatGPT to study what you have in front of you. So like if you're learning about social media or content creation, you can go have a chat with AI for 30 minutes or an hour and tell it to break down scripts, tell it to recognize trends, tell it to just like see what other people are doing that you look up to and then try and learn from that. And now you might be thinking, like, with these 4 habits, like what if you don't have time for everything? Like what if you are stuck in client work and you're completely maxed out? Or like what if you don't know what to sell or what to make content about, or you don't really know how to do a couple details of setting up a camera or something like that. Like I get it, I've lived it. Like I hated being in front of the camera. The first year I made content, I didn't do talking head content. It was just like motivational edits of me because I was too shy to speak to the camera. But if you can just detach from what's holding you back and just keep doing these daily habits day in and day out, you'll eventually get better at what you're doing. So if you suck at content creation and you're doing 100 minutes a day, eventually you're just going to learn how to create better content. If like start with meet yourself where you're at right now and just raise the skill level just a little bit. Like not enough to make you anxious and overthink, but also don't match your skill level because then you're just going to be bored doing it. Just like push yourself a little bit every single day in these habits. Start easy, start so it's not overwhelming. And then that's why they're called habits. And then within a few months or weeks or however long, you're going to then improve these skills and then you're going to see results in your personal brand and your business. So simply put, that's why I do these consistently, because it helps you build confidence and build those habits that are essential for becoming a creator, entrepreneur, self-actualization, just building something bigger than yourself rather than just like a freelance business or being employed at a job, if that is your goal. So implementing these 4 habits, the results are going to come inevitably. Like it's just the process of self-improvement. And that's why I made it super easy and organized for you to just chip away at it every single day. And if you are super busy, you can adjust the time frames, just do 4 habits every day. And then eventually you'll continue to learn and get better at it. Or you might have more motivation. So then you'll make more time for it. There's also something to say of like, if you don't enjoy what you're doing right now, then just do less of that. Like if you're maxed out with client work, then you can raise your prices and then you'll probably make the same amount of money and then you'll have more time in the day. And then with your content and extra creator habits, you'll actually be able to build your business rather than be working in your business. So that is it. That is your digital daily essentials, the ones that I teach. It's 4 habits, super simple. I tried to make this like super basic so you can just check off the boxes every single day. Put a comment in this video if that's something that you like, if you have any feedback, if you do any other daily habits like working out or moving your body or something like that. I've built my entire 6-figure personal brand using this rhythm, and now I've taught a whole bunch of other creators to do the same. If you want to learn more about what I do and you also want more insights like this, you can join the free school community. Link is going to be in the description. It's for creatives, freelancers, professionals, people who want to build a creator-led business. It's going to be a great resource for you. And if you wanted to learn more about the whole digitalize your business thing and how you can be a little bit more creative with how you package your offer so you can start monetizing your personal brand, click this video here. It's the one-person creative business model. And this is my recommendation on how to digitalize your business and how you can start getting a little bit more creative with how you think about your work. Because at the end of the day, fuck the hustle. We want to build digital leverage. We want to build something bigger than ourselves so we don't have to always be working inside of our own business. We want to just be building our own business. And we can do that now with the internet. It's a pretty cool new opportunity. So you can check out that next video if this video was helpful. Check out the school community if you want to connect at a deeper level. So you can go watch that video next, the one-person creative business, and I will catch you in the next one.